Hello.
All right.
No.
What? No.
All right. Hi.
Good afternoon, everybody. How's everybody doing? Good? Oh, sounds good. All right, a big Broadway welcome to everybody here. Now, can I ask all of our wonderful actors to come out here and join us for a second?
Come on out. You all look fantastic. Come on out. Let everyone see you. All right, we're so happy to have you here with us this very special time. It's Christmas time.
All right, I think there may be a great deal of excitement in everybody's homes here soon. There may be presents being wrapped, special foods being prepared. Does everybody like special foods? All right, good. And family and friends visiting. But what is Christmas really all about? Why do we do these special things?
Can anybody tell me? I'll put the microphone out there if you want to tell us. What do you think? Why do we do these special things?
Jesus.
Jesus, very good. Very good. Well, that's true. The real reason for all the excitement is that soon it'll be the birthday of Jesus, and everything we do at Christmas is for him. It's because of him that you will be receiving some presents.
That's right. Jesus himself received some very grown-up presents for a baby, you know. And they were given to him by the wise men who visited him.
I love getting presents, and I love giving presents too. We're given gifts of all sorts on special occasions, especially when it's our birthday and Christmas. And both of these times have to do with Jesus, because Christmas Day is his birthday, and he received gifts when he was born. And so we celebrate our birthdays and Christmas by giving gifts to one another.
But you know, a present doesn't have to cost a lot of money. And sometimes the best ones are the ones that cost nothing at all. A big smile for your mom or dad when they wake up is a lovely present.
Right.
What do you say, moms and dads? Is that true? Oh, great. Hey, remember that.
And what about remembering to say thank you is another way that you can give a gift to your mom and dad. A big hug for your mom, maybe when she looks tired, or a nice note to your grandmother to tell her how much you love her.
Now, being here today and us acting out the story of his birth is a huge present to Jesus. And we all know that he will be thrilled with it.
On that special night, over 2,000 years ago, God gave us Jesus to be born on earth, to grow up and show us how God loves us, and to help us learn to love one another and make God's world a wonderful place.
Now it's time for us to tell our story, so let's get ready. Let's see, let's have our shepherds over here. Animals, you know where you all go. Let's have our angels over there on the left side. Kings, you can come on over here. And our innkeeper.
Angels? Okay.
You can either head over here or you can hang out back here. Either way, wherever you want to go.
Hi, you angels are so pretty. All right.
Now, there are lots of people involved in the story that led up to that night over 2,000 years ago when Jesus was born, so let's see if we have everybody we need.
Have we got shepherds? Can you raise your hands? Shepherds. Kings. Where are the kings? All right, some animals. Look at that, donkey, yeah. And do we have our star and our angels and Mary and Joseph? And the innkeeper. All right, good. Just before we start, let's see if we can get every single person who is here today to join us too.
All right, we all know that lots of truly amazing things happen in our story. So we thought it would be good for everyone to join in whenever we act them out. I mean, not only our actors, but all of you, everyone here is going to play a role in this story. So when you hear the words, truly amazing, you can all call out, amazing, wow.
All right? And just to make it more fun, when you say amazing, wow, can you throw your arms up in the air? Amazing, wow, great.
Everybody's got arms, good.
All right, we're going to do this. So, God knows all of us better than we know ourselves, which is truly amazing. Amazing.
That was pretty good.
I don't know. We didn't get the angels here.
Oh,
Can
the
you say
angels.
amazing? Okay, let's
We
try
gotta
it
do it
again.
one more time.
Okay. God knows all of us better than we know ourselves, which is truly amazing. Say amazing. Wow. Oh,
That was
okay.
great.
All right.
I'd say that was truly amazing.
Amazing. Wow.
All right, everybody pass the test. Good. Now, kings, they're over there. Let's see, shepherds on the right, angels over there, innkeeper. Animals, okay, great.
Okay.
Now, we've got Mary in the center here, and we've got Joseph right there. Okay, great.
Okay, good. Well, now God knew there was a beautiful, faithful young girl who lived in Nazareth whose name was Mary. He knew her very well, and they often talked when she prayed. God had chosen Mary to be the mother of his son, Jesus, but he needed to ask her if she would do as he asked. So, Mary, you see Mary over here. Okay. We need...
All right. With such an important question to ask, God sent his top messenger angel, Gabriel.
Okay.
Gabriel, now is the time for you to go and see Mary. Hi, Gabriel. Gabriel loved visiting people on earth, especially when he had good news. And this was the best news.
Mary was sitting, thinking, and quietly praying when suddenly Gabriel appeared, and it was truly amazing. Amazing! Wow. Mary was so surprised.
That's a surprise. Gabriel said, "Don't be frightened, Mary. I am one of God's special messengers, and he loves you so much that he has asked me to come and ask you if you will be the mother of his son and name him Jesus."
Mary was a faithful girl, and she knew that if God asked her to do anything, she could say yes because he would take care of her.
But Mary was also thinking about Joseph, the man she was going to marry. Let's find Joseph. Oh, there he is. Okay, good. Here's Joseph. We know, Joseph, it's still afternoon, but it's been a busy day for you already, right? Okay. So why don't you go take a little bit of a snooze here? You can head over there, you can pop down, and get a little nap in. There we go. That's acting,
Okay.
folks.
Okay. Now, Mary doesn't need to worry about Joseph because he is truly amazing.
Amazing! Wow!
Gabriel said, "Mary, you know that God is in Joseph's heart, so I spoke to him in a dream, and I am going to go and bring him to you now." And so he did. That was quick. Joseph promised to look after Mary and the baby, but he did have some news that wasn't so good. He told her that they would have to travel to Bethlehem, the town where his family came from. The Roman government had said that every man must go back to their hometown so that all the people could be counted, and they would have to go at the time when Mary would be having her baby.
Time flew by, and it was soon time for them to leave for Bethlehem. They traveled, like many others, with their very special donkey. Where's our donkey? Wonderful. There's our donkey.
Very special donkey.
The donkey, Mary and Joseph started their journey to Bethlehem. There were lots of people traveling to Bethlehem from all over the place, and it would take several days to get there. I'm sure Mary found it very difficult and slow going because she was now nearly ready to give birth to Jesus.
To help them along their way, let's all sing the song, "O Little Town of Bethlehem."
All right, you ready to sing? Now, because Mary was almost ready to have her baby, they had traveled slowly, so the journey took longer than it did for other people. When they arrived, Joseph sat Mary down and went to ask at some of the hotels if they had any rooms. He needed a safe place for Mary to have her baby, but the people who got there before them had taken all the rooms.
Joseph went to each hotel in turn and said, "Please, have you got somewhere for my wife to have her baby?" Each time the answer came back, "Sorry, we really have no room." Joseph went back to Mary and said, "I'm so sorry, Mary, but I can't find anywhere." Then one of the innkeepers came over to Joseph and said, "I haven't got a room for you, but I have a stable. It's dry and warm, and you are welcome to it." Joseph was relieved and said it was truly amazing.
Amazing! Wow! Mary and Joseph said thank you and followed the innkeeper to the stable. They settled down and got ready for the greatest night of all time. Let's give them a moment and sing a carol that tells the story of that night, Silent Night.
Silent night, holy night, all is calm, all is bright. Valiant virgin, mother and child, holy infant, so tender and mild, sleep in
Gabriel, have you seen a baby anywhere? Oh, there it is. So Jesus was born. While Mary and Joseph looked on, they were surrounded by animals, and all the innkeepers looked in to see baby Jesus in the manger.
Another wonderful thing was happening on the hills outside Bethlehem at the same time.
You see, on that night, there were shepherds looking after their sheep on the hills outside Bethlehem. Their day was over. The sheep were resting, and the shepherds had settled around a fire that was burning to keep them warm and keep the wild animals away.
Some of the shepherds were sleepy, some were cold, and some were just fed up. But suddenly, out of nowhere, came the sound of singing. The sky was filled with angels.
As our angels come upon our shepherds, let's sing Angels We Have Heard on High.
angels we have heard on high, sweetly singing o'er the plains and the mountains in the sky, echoing their joyous strains.
The shepherds were terrified, as none of them had ever seen an angel, and none of them could imagine why the angels would come to them. It was truly amazing.
Amazing! Wow! Then the angels actually spoke to them and said, "You have no need to be afraid. You are very special to God. He has sent us to tell you that he wants you to be the first to meet the baby, his son, who has been born into our world to save us and to show us how to live and how to love. So are you ready for the message? Hurry down to Bethlehem. The baby has been born in a stable, not a grand house, and will be lying in a manger. So come on, hurry up. Go and see him and worship him.
The shepherds were still stunned, but they got up and hurried to Bethlehem, not knowing whether to be more amazed that the Savior of the world was a tiny baby born in a stable in Bethlehem, or that they had been chosen to see him first. This looks like the first Noel. Seems appropriate that we would sing the carol, The First Noel. Let's all join together and sing the first Noel.
The first Noel, the angel did say, was to certain poor shepherds in fields as they lay, in fields where they lay keeping their sheep on a cold winter's night that was so deep. Noel, 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 Noel. Born is the King of Israel.
Not only had the poor shepherds been chosen, but wise men from far away, whom we sometimes call kings, had also been called to come and see Jesus. They were men who studied the stars, and for them, God did something truly amazing.
Amazing! Wow!
God set a huge star in the sky.
Can we all see the star? I think that just as on that special night it came to rest over the place where Jesus was born, it will come and do that for us. Where's our star? There she is. The beautiful star was first seen by the wise men a long time before Jesus was born, and they came hundreds of miles following it all the way to Bethlehem. Now that was truly amazing.
I think that those traveling wise men are coming closer now. Let's sing their song as we wait for them to arrive. We three kings.
We are three kings of Orient are. We travel so far, hill and valley, o'er and mountain, following yonder star. Oh, star of wonder, star of light, star with royal beauty bright, westward gleams still to see, guide us to thy perfect light.
Now let's welcome our King who brings gold to show that Jesus is King of our lives and our hearts.
Coming next is our king bringing frankincense, beautiful, sweet-smelling incense, used in temples and now in churches. It shows that Jesus is our priest as well as our king.
Last comes our King bringing myrrh, which was used as an ointment when people died. As we now know, Jesus was going to suffer for us.
Let's wonder at the kings who came from far and wide to worship Jesus.
Well, there we are. Let's look at this glorious picture we have in front of us. We have Mary, Joseph, travelers, innkeepers, angels, animals, shepherds, kings, and us. All of us have imagined that we were at the manger in Bethlehem, 2,000 years ago to thank God for the birth of Jesus, who is the reason for everything. It's truly amazing.
And let us give our wonderful actors a huge round of applause to thank them for bringing Christmas to us in such a special way. I'm sure you'll agree, so please join me in appreciation when we say that the children have been truly amazing.
Amazing! Wow!
All right, let's wrap everything up by singing "Away in a Manger."
Away in a manger, no crib for a bed, the little Lord Jesus laid down his sweet head. The stars in the sky looked down where he lay. The little Lord Jesus asleep on the hay. The cat is following the baby awaits. My little Lord Jesus, no crying he makes. Our lovely Lord Jesus looked down from the sky and stayed by thy cradle till morning is nigh. Be near, Lord Jesus, I ask thee to stay close by me forever and love me, I pray. Bless all the dear children in thy tender care, and bid us to heaven to live with thee there.
Right, thank you all for being such a wonderful part of this nativity scene. Thank you again to our actors.
it.
And I think now, next thing to do is to get out of those robes and start with some more music.